Showtime, folks. Guess who's back? Spidey Presents. Yeah, I decided to come back and do another movie review tonight. You can probably hear the dialogue going on in my DVD player to my left. You're right, of course. But the movie we're going to be talking about is The H-Man from 1958. And it comes from this really cool collection. Ultimate Sci-Fi 6-movie collection. It has like Battle in Outer Space, The H-Man, and a whole bunch of 4 other really cool movies. Don't you like that cover, man? Typical Japanese classics from the 1950s and 60s, man. But there's the edge right there. But anyway, it's pretty cool looking, isn't it? But here is the back side of the DVD case. It has a rundown and all the information, all the different movies that you're going to be seeing, stuff like that. I know you really can't see this very well, but anyway, enough of my babbling. Now, this movie came out in 1958. It centers on a nuclear test out in the Pacific, right? And of course, it affected the atmosphere. And when it starts to rain and stuff, the radioactive rain comes down and it affects some sailors, some fishing trawler sailors on this one ship. They really don't specify very much about who got killed at first. Or they actually turned into the H-Man. It's just so great, man. And of course, it centers on mobsters in Japan and gangsters and all kinds of stuff. So basically, the movie kind of picks up really quick. And pretty soon the H-Men are basically coming into Tokyo, Japan, Tokyo, whatever, Japan, and they're killing all the mobsters and anybody else that's walking on the street and stuff like that. It basically dissolves them. It's one of the coolest goddamn movies. If you like blobby movies and people being dissolved by radioactive fallout and stuff like that, this movie is great. The stuff is kind of greenish looking, and it's really oozy and slimy. It's a great movie. Let's show a couple clips here, man. This is kind of like the beginning of the movie. I'll turn the volume back up here, man. It's a great flick.
You take a cover with you and cover the back. Yes, sir. What time is it?
It's in color, actually, which is really nice. Of course, it's dubbed in English. Of course, I have no clue how to pronounce a lot of these Japanese actors' names and stuff like that. Oh my God, we'll get to more clips in a few minutes. Let's turn the volume down here, man. Turn the volume down to about like 15 or something like that. I'll let the volume up a little bit so you can kind of hear it. Basically, like I said, the creatures start coming into Tokyo and start killing people and stuff like that. But for some reason, they go after this mobster gang, organized crime officials and stuff like that. And they're knocking these people off left and right. And it's a great flick, man. The first guy that gets killed is Masaki or something like that. He just robbed the bank and his getaway driver is waiting in the car. And if he tries to put the money into the trunk, and all of a sudden the slimy shit comes sliding up his goddamn pants leg, man. And it just dissolves him. He's trying to shoot it. You can't kill these goddamn things, man. They're like gelatin, green gelatin, man. It's just a great flick, man. It's really, you know what I like about this movie? The soundtrack is outstanding. Every time the creatures attack somebody in Tokyo, or wherever city they're attacking, it has this really eerie, goddamn, tinging type of a sound. You know, this movie is so goddamn cool, man. This movie, I've watched this movie dozens of times in my life, and I'm telling you, folks, it holds up well to this day. It's a classic from 1958. I know a lot of you aren't going to remember this movie. You know, maybe recall it when you're really young or something like that. But it's one of the best sci-fi movies ever made, man. It's just so well done. The dubbing here is excellent too. If you look at all the actors in this movie, you'll recognize a lot of faces. You know, a lot of these Japanese actors have been in tons of movies over the decades and stuff, like since this movie came out, you know, 1958. Some people would say it's 1959, but that's irrelevant. Doesn't make any difference. Who would say very late 50s? All right, let's take a. Actually, this is like the Battle in Outer Space on the cover here. That is really cool movie too. We're gonna review that pretty soon too. But basically, okay, let's get back to the H-Man. It's really about, I'm not sure, like I said, the first people affected by the radiation, rain, fallout, whatever, I think they're just fishermen out in the Pacific, basically, you know, fishing for salmon or tuna or whatever, big trawlers and stuff like that. And so they start coming ashore, like I said earlier, and they start just attacking because there's a fresh meat in Japan. You know, so they got, you know, people they can absorb. You know, whether it be women or men or mobsters. But for some reason, they focus on these mobsters and gangsters in Japan. It's got that typical 1960s. It kind of centers around this nightclub that's actually a lot of mobsters. They kind of like just go there for entertainment. There's a band, you know, big club and stuff like that. A lot of drug dealing going on and underhanded underworld crime crap going on. I love this movie, man. It's a great flick. You got to check out a trailer on YouTube because this is one of the coolest movies ever made, man. Anyway, the creatures start attacking, and then the police, the detectives in Tokyo starting to get involved. And then there's this young scientist, right, who works at the university. He's convinced that something's really weird is going on because of the radiation rain that came down that like a few weeks earlier, or a month earlier, and stuff like that, out in the Pacific Ocean or something like that. And it first affected the original sailor people. They say sailor people? Well, the fisher people. And that even sounded even more stupid. Oh, man, what a great movie, man. Let's kind of watch more of a clip. If you know, you can't really see the creature mainly strikes at night. Now, there's the club that they like to hang out at, man. You know, it's your typical 1960s club, you know, with a big band and hundreds of tables and, you know, and creepy waiters and, you know, dressing rooms and all kinds of stuff. There's always something seedy going on in this club, you know, with the gangsters especially, you know. The mobsters, what do you want to call them, man? And this waiter, he's on the take too, man. That waiter right there, he kind of works with the mobsters too. He's like an informant and stuff like that. You know, relaying messages back and forth between all the different mobsters sitting at different tables and stuff like that. Oh, it's a great flick, folks. I'm going to leave the volume up about like that. We're up to about 7.5 minutes. So the movie just keeps progressing, and you keep seeing mobsters attacking people in the club. They go after Masako. What's that? The one main mobster who gets killed. He's the one who got killed at the back of that car, you know. He got dissolved and he was trying to shoot that goddamn blob on his leg, you know. It dissolves you within minutes, man. I mean, not even minutes. It's creepy, man. Just creepy as hell. The soundtrack, when they, like I said, when the H-Man attack, there's a bunch of different H-Man. It's just like a whole bunch of people got affected out on that fishing trawler out in the Pacific, you know. So they're wreaking havoc on the people of Tokyo, and yeah. Oh, it's a great flick, man. I love this flick, man. And then you can hear this lady singing in English. You know, like I said, the dubbing is really good in this movie. You know, like I said, you'll recognize a lot of these actors and actresses in this movie, you know. It was put out by Columbia Pictures back in 58 or 59, stuff like that. Oh, God, it's great flick, man. Oh, we're up to about 8 minutes. We got lots of time to talk about this movie. So the movie just keeps progressing. Of course, the mobsters. Masako is the mobster that got killed at the very beginning. And then the mobsters are harassing his girlfriend, who's a singer at that club. You can hear her singing there. And, of course, they start getting killed and stuff like that. They go into her dressing room and try to slap her around. And he goes out the window down the balcony. And then the H-Man is waiting for him down there and just dissolves him. He's firing shots at it, but that's absolutely useless. You shoot into jello, basically. That's about it, man. You know, green jello, lime jello. Oh, my God. I'm a little animated tonight because this movie... I still love this movie to this day, man. It is such a classic, man. Oh. Anyway, so what happens is the young scientist keeps trying to convince all the Tokyo detectives that something weird is going on. People are just being dissolved left and right around Tokyo. Of course, they don't believe him, you know. He's like a young hotshot at some university with his colleagues and stuff like that. Oh, God, I love it, man. I know I'm laughing a lot, but it's so silly, but it's absolutely one of the most silliest movies you ever saw in your life. But it's a serious movie, too, but it's just so well done. So well done. This came out about the same time as Steve McQueen's Blob movie, stuff like that. This was like the Japanese version of a radioactive fallout on people and stuff like that. So basically, he starts to convince the detectives that people are starting to be dissolved around the city, and a lot of disappearances of mobsters and stuff like that. And oh, there's so many cool scenes in this movie, man. There's a scene where they got the H-Man kind of trapped in this a club in the hallways and stuff like that. You can vaguely see what he looks like. He's a normal size of a man, but he's translucent. And this one detective tries to go and punch him, and it just gets all over him, dissolves him within 3 minutes. It's just great, man. Oh, what a good movie, man. What a good movie. Let's watch another clip, man.
We're the police. You have to come with us. Okay, let's go.
Oh, let's go. They're going to take her in for questioning because for some reason they think that she knows where her boyfriend is hiding stuff in Tokyo. Of course, he's already dead, you know. He's been absorbed by the H-Man, man.
Now? Sure.
We'll keep watching a few minutes,
They're
man.
bringing in a suspect from the crowd.
There's a really creepy scene when the detectives finally find out that the young scientist may be right onto something. And then, of course, there was a witnesses to the trawler incident. There's... I'm going to turn down the volume a little bit. They're trying to talk to the young scientist. This is where they doubt his credibility and stuff like that, you know. But he's absolutely right. The goddamn H-Man is wreaking havoc all over Tokyo and stuff like that. Like I said, there's more than one H-Man. And there's a scene where... this is the great scene, man. These other fishermen happen to come across... They're on a trawler themselves, a fishing trawler. And they happen to... They happen to find this abandoned one floating out in the Pacific or something. In the fishing lanes and stuff like that. So about 6 of them decide to board it. And some of the H-Men are still on the goddamn trawler, you know. And they're walking down, up and down different staircases and through the trawler and stuff like that. It's kind of like a fishing trawler or something. And of course, it starts to kill a couple of the... Oh, man. It's filmed in the dark, of course. They got lanterns and they got, you know, smart little remarks. Everything hasn't been disturbed. Except there's clothes laying all over the deck with no bodies inside of them and stuff like that. And of course, then one of the H-Men attacks this one guy who thinks he's a smart ass. He puts all these clothes, all these abandoned clothes on, and it slides up his leg and just dissolves them. And they're all screaming, "What the fuck?" You know, what? They all run out of the goddamn. They go up to the main deck and try to get off, and they you know, they get in their little rowboat and they go back to their trawler, and then you can see all the H-Men just popping up on the main deck of the abandoned trawler. You know, they're going, "What the hell are those things? They just killed like 2 or 3 of our fishing buddies," you know, stuff like that. Oh my God. Up to about, not bad, 13 minutes. I mean, there, like I said before, there are so many goddamn cool scenes in this movie. The H-Man are just, they actually kill him at the end. But I'm not gonna, I'll tell you that in a few minutes. They figure out how to kill these goddamn things. But like I said, the whole thing is based on radiation fallout and stuff like that. You know, and the H-Men are just happen to be, you know, innocent victims at the very beginning. You know, the radioactive rain that just comes down on them and turns them into the H-Man. There's the head detective sitting there telling the young university guy just to keep out of it, man. We know what's going on. We know what's going on. No, you don't. He knows what's going on, not you. Got the volume up a little bit. You know, it's well filmed. I mean, typical Japanese sci-fi horror movie from the late 50s. But a classic. A classic. This movie's going to get a perfect Spiderweb rating, man. 14 minutes. We got plenty of time. Let's see if we can fast forward this a little bit, man. If I don't screw it up. I always screw things up. All right, there's the next scene. I went to the next frame.
Yes? Sure, right.
Like I said, you really...
Another victim.
Another victim. Say.
How will we be able to break this case? Yes, we're going to check on it immediately.
They eventually start believing the young scientists at the university that something's weird going on. Then he shows them a demonstration of a radioactive fallout on a frog in one of those beakers. And of course, it turns into a glob of green goo. And then he pours the green goo into another beaker with another frog or something there, and it dissolves the frog and absorbs them, man. And the detectives are kind of looking at it going, God damn, man, you may be right. There may be something weird going on here. Oh my God.
Some men were fishing offshore.
See, they're looking at all these goddamn, I think they got a life preserver here or something like this. It's nothing but, you can hear the radioactives just kicking away on it, man. Oh my God. What a great movie, man. All right, we got plenty of time here, man. We better show you a few more. She wouldn't tell me. This poor woman right here is just completely lost, man. She just lost her mobster boyfriend. The rest of the mobsters are just harassing the shit out of her because they deal with drugs and all kinds of crime shit. You know, they're kind of like the mafia, really. See if I can do another fast forward here, man.
I can't prove it.
You can't.
Now, a group handling high voltage electricity will complete their job as soon as possible. Then they will attempt to find and block off the liquid creatures.
See, now they finally believe it, man, because too many people, they actually trapped the creature. I'm going to talk about the ending. They actually the creatures are actually in the sewers of Tokyo, and they're basically pretty much, I like one of the head mobsters actually gets killed down there. He's got one of the ladies hostage, and it just falls from the ceiling on top of him and dissolve the shit out of him, man. And she's screaming, trying to get out of the sewer. And oh man, it's just a great flick, man. I mean, I wish you could see some of the scenes. Unfortunately, it's hard to fast forward to the scenes where you see the actual H-people, H-men, what do you want to call them? All right, 17 minutes. We got a few more minutes. We'll turn the volume down a little bit too because it might distract my beautiful. Oh, there, here. You can see the creatures right there. They're actually in the sewer, right? They finally trapped them in the sewer. Let's turn the volume up, man. You can't really see it because it's kind of like in the sewer. It's dark, so basically you're kind of like stuck. But you kind of see the slime, one of them sliming up the walls and stuff like that. It's kind of like the blobby creature from the Steve McQueen Blob movie, except it's like greenish color.
If you were found floating around,
Now watch this. This scene's great. This guy's just like this is like a head mobster who gets killed by one of the creatures, man. Just watch this, man. This is great. We're gonna watch this scene, man. She kind of.
You're much too good for Masaru.
Oh, let's see this. Yeah, he's an asshole, man. The H-man gets his fucking ass in a few minutes, man.
With a guy like me, you'd really be living.
We'll show that scene in a few minutes, man. It's a great scene, man. See, it's... oh. And anyway, he basically takes her clothes off and makes it look like she's been killed by the H-man. And of course, he's standing...
You know what this is worth?
Oh, yeah, they're dealing drugs and shit like this. All these goddamn creepy-ass goddamn mobsters and shit, man.
Go on.
Let's go back and watch that, man. This guy's going to get his ass killed by one of the H-men, man. It's great. It happens to be up on the ceiling of the sewer, man.
Come here.
What for?
This is real.
Take off your clothes so it can fall on top of my head and dissolve me. You really can't see. It's like I said, it's in the sewer, and it's kind of really dark here, so you can't see except the lanterns and flashlights that this creep has in his hands. It's gonna get him. Just trust me, folks. Oh, there's one of them crawling up on the wall, man. They can see it. And look at this guy. He's fucking shitting his tacks right now. Shitting tacks, man. He knows. He doesn't realize. See that thing sliming around? It's one of those creatures, man. It's going to get his ass, man. It's going to get his ass in a matter of like 2 minutes, man. She gets away from him and it just, like I said, falls from the ceiling right on top of his goddamn ugly ass head, man.
All right now. You gonna come with me? Or do you want to stay down here with the monster?
Come on, get to the scene. We're up to 20 minutes here. I want you to see this scene because it's really...
Take off your clothes. Hurry up.
We'll wait for the dramatic killing here.
If they think the monster got you, they stop looking.
See, now he thinks he's gonna use her as a decoy, hoping that they believe that she got killed by one of them too, and that's not true. She survives. Ah, here we go, man. See, they're running. He's running from the goddamn creature. It's kind of pursuing both of them. When we get to that scene, I'll flip the webcam back for you, man. I'm just going to leave the volume up. Maybe, or maybe not. Oh, I love this scene, man.
I think it was right about here that they pulled head up.
We searched this whole area first.
Come on, man. If I fast forward, it's going to go right to the end credits, so I can't do that. But they end up killing these creatures in the end with gasoline. They trap them in the sewers, and they burn them to death.
Look! What's that over there?
What?
It's a long review. Sorry about that, folks. I kind of wanted to show you a classic ending to this movie because it's so goddamn gratifying watching this head mobster get dissolved.
Chitakawara? Ridiculous.
Chief! Latest reports are they located the liquid creature in the sewer.
Good.
Yeah, there's more than one. There's like
Over there.
5 or 10 of them. See, there goes,
Masada! Masada! Come back!
well, anyway, we're going to end this goddamn review. But anyway, it's a really cool ending scene when they dissolve that goddamn mobster, so we'll turn the volume down a little bit. Yeah, we'll just go down. Yeah, turn the volume down. Anyway, like I said, we are going to give this movie a perfect rating, man. See, they're burning it now. So anyway, we're going to give this movie a perfect rating of 10 spiderwebs. It's got the heroic ending here with the music and everything. They finally defeat the creature. They get the girl out of the sewer. The head mobster has been completely dissolved. Yeah. So 10 spiderwebs for this movie, man. Perfect movie from 1958. You can't beat it, man. You can't beat it, man. Typical Japanese classic from 1958, 1959. Check it out, man. And check out this particular collection right here, too. Alright. So 10 spiderwebs for the H-Man. So we'll see you next time, folks. Until then... yeah, check it out, boy. Oh, it's great. What a classic movie.